How's it going, Eric? How would you describe how the offensive line has played this season?
It's just just keep on progressing. I mean, every game, every practice, every day, we just got to keep progressing. It's not always as bad as it seems. You might feel like it was the worst thing in the world, and you go into film the next day, and you be like, "Oh wow, I did my job." If the other person is beside me just did that, you know what I mean? It's just all about having trust in the people around you, and it's not just a one person thing. Like you said, it's all 11. If all 11 is on, it's gonna be special. So
When you look at the overall struggles, when you guys have struggled, has there been one overlying reason for it?
um no, it's just we just need to know how to, like I said, just have trust in our teammates. I feel like if all 11 of us just trust that the person beside us or the person outside is going to be doing their job, then we'll have nothing to worry about. We'll be a well-oiled machine. So the main thing that we need to worry about is just continue to have trust in our teammates.
Eric, I just asked Vinny this question. On the outside, people look at the score, people look at the yardage, but what are some of the things that you guys have made progress from the beginning of training camp up to now?
Just as an O-line, from an O-line standpoint, we've learned to just come together because, like always, stuff goes bad. You might see that it's just the O-line's fault and stuff like that. So we just learned to black out pretty much all the noise. And regardless of what's going on the outside, everybody in the building knows what's going on. So it's not really we're not really worried about anything going on outside. We just got to continue to, like I said in the beginning, just trust. I mean, that's one of our core values that Coach Beamer has instilled for us. So we just got to continue to trust the system and trust each other.
Eric, what have you seen out of Jason and Zeb and all those quarterbacks this week in practice?
Just everybody is hungry. Nobody wants to lose these last 4 games. This is November, and like Coach Beamer said, they remember November. So we just want to go out there. Everybody's hungry just to do what we have to do our job, and go out there and string some wins.
I guess a lot of the run scheme stuff this year has been a lot of zone blocking. How, as an offensive lineman, what are kind of some of the keys you look for there and kind of your responsibilities as they're running either outside zone or inside zone?
It's just different schemes. From outside zone, you got to worry about hitting your landmark and getting to that target, and just running and making sure that you can not want to give the running back a certain way that he has to go. Just want to give him 2 options to go. So just doing our job and just running and staying on that landmark for outside zone. It's been pretty different, but nothing that offensive lineman can't adjust to. So
You mentioned it being different. What's kind of different about it than maybe some of the run scheme, blocking schemes you've had maybe last year and years past?
Well, I mean, it's just basic inside zone. You just more 4 hands, 4 hands on one person, 2 double teams, and it's like more downhill. Outside zone, we get them a little bit more running. So wouldn't be 4 hands, probably about 3 hands, 2 hands on the dude. But like I said, it's just outside zone is just getting to that landmark and giving the running back 2 options to go. Don't want to just predetermine where he should run.
Eric, just from whether it's technique or chemistry or what have you, however you would potentially describe this, but how difficult and or easy is it to improve from game 1 through the season? Is it, does routine factor into that at all? How do you guys just describe trying to improve week in, week out, game after game?
Just from week in and week out, we just got to focus on one thing that is stressed in the last week and just get better at that. If you get better at that, then, like you said, the momentum starts to shift, and you start to get into a rhythm, and you start to get into the flow of who you are. And like I said, from week to week, we play in this league. This is the next best thing to the NFL. So, I mean, you playing against dudes every week, and just to go up against those guys and see where you at and see where you measure at with those guys. It's like it's a true testament of getting better each week and learning what you had a mistake on in the previous week and just fixing it and making sure that it doesn't happen again.